5 budget concealed carry pistols in 2024, affordable but awesome. Self-defense is no longer optional today. With virtually possible threats coming from left and right, it is better that you have a means to protect yourself. Heck, daylight robbers are even a thing these days. On the flip side, I understand that many folks aren't a big fan of spending big for a concealed carry weapon. I believe that most of the guns you see in the market these days deserve their price. But of course, some of them are too expensive for other people's budgets. So, are there still decent CCWs that won't bust your bank? Yes. Hello everyone, this is Ted from Line 45. In this video, I compiled a list of some of the most affordable yet effective concealed carry guns in 2024. These are the ones that offer surprisingly good value to performance ratios. Needless to say, these are the pistols that won't disappoint you. Before we get underway, please remember to hit the like and subscribe buttons. I know it is a chore, but these simple clicks help my channel immensely. Now let's return to the video. Taurus G3X. The Taurus G3X is a gun that has exceeded my expectations. This compact 9mm handgun sports affordability, but a banging performance for a polymer-framed striker-fired pistol. Despite its small frame, the gun is a high-capacity weapon. Its package includes 2 15-round magazines, so when there's a drawn-out combat, you can trust that this gun doesn't run empty quickly. The gun is also well built for its price. It comes with a 3.2-inch stainless steel barrel and has an overall length of 6.3 inches. Meanwhile, it has a height of 5.2 inches and a width of 1.2 inches. With its lightweight 22.6-ounce construction, I can confidently say that the gun is really designed for concealed carry purposes. While it has a polymer frame, the Taurus G3X still flaunts a rugged alloy steel slide. The slide also has front and rear serrations for easier manipulation. On the top of the slide is its fixed front sight and a serrated steel, drift-adjustable rear sight. There's nothing really worth noting about its sights other than the fact that they work. I like the stippling texture of the G3X. It's not too aggressive but offers enough traction for a solid hold. Its grip is one of the reasons why it's easy to tame its snappy recoil. Another notable feature of the G3X is its restrike capability. Even if the gun doesn't fire after a light primer strike, you can still pull its trigger so that it will hit the primer again. I know this might not sound like a big deal, but light primer strikes can occur from time to time. Speaking of, its trigger is pretty efficient. After all, the triggers of striker-fired pistols have lots of travel, but the G3X doesn't suffer too much from this problem. Its trigger breaks cleanly and offers tactile reset. The overall reliability of the gun is pretty impressive, while its accuracy is surprisingly decent, even at distances of 10 to 15 yards. Smith & Wesson P10 Shield Plus. The micro-compact segment is growing indefinitely, but tested and tried options like the Smith & Wesson P9 Shield Plus are still in the limelight. This one is marginally bigger than the standard M&P Shield. With its added size, the gun gains more capacity. The Shield Plus holds up to 13+1 rounds of 9mm, making it a good option for a concealed carry pistol. This is a big improvement as its predecessor only has an 8+1 capacity. Keep in mind that the P9 Shield Plus has a width of 1.1 inches, making it a lot more than surprising that it has a high capacity. Meanwhile, it has a length of 6.1 inches and a barrel of 3.1 inches, and its height of 4.6 inches suits concealed carry purposes. Despite it being bigger than the original Shield, it is slightly lighter. Specifically, it barely reached 20 ounces. Interestingly, the gun is designed to accommodate larger hands. It has a deep beaver tail that prevents any slide bites. Moreover, it comes with a convenient grip texture. It is rough enough to handle its recoil, but it is not that abrasive. So you can expect that it will not tear your clothes. The accuracy of the P9 Shield Plus is fairly decent. Even if it has a short sight radius because of its short barrel, it can still hit targets within its practical range. The trigger of the P9 Shield Plus is not that overwhelmingly impressive, but it already works well for a striker-fired gun. Moreover, its trigger reset is short and tactile. ConvertKit TP9 Elite SC. The ConvertKit TP9 Elite SC is a notable pistol, given that much of this design was borrowed from the venerable Walther P99. It is a well-thought-out and optimally crafted concealed carry gun. It features a standard capacity of 12+1 rounds, with an optional pinky extension for enhanced grip. You can also get the gun's 15+1 magazines, which include extended base plates. By the way, the ConvertKit TP9 Elite SC is chambered in 9mm, and based on those figures, it is a high-capacity concealed carry gun. Of course, that's pretty impressive given its small frame. The gun is just 6.7 inches long, while its barrel is about 3.6 inches. It has a bit of width on it, around 145 inches, but that's not too much. It's not tall of a gun either, as it just stands at 4.6 inches. The ConvertKit TP9 Elite SC also showcases exceptional ergonomics. It has ambidextrous controls, such as its reversible magazine release and extended slide releases. Its slide is also engraved with slanted front and rear serrations, which, in practice, ensures convenient racking and press-checking of the pistol. Interestingly, the slide is tapered so that the front serrations don't cover the entire slide. Notably, its metal sights aren't your typical night sights. Instead, it comes with a phosphorus front dot and blacked-out rear. The rear sight equips itself with a square notch. It also includes a forward slop to Audi shooters with one-handed slide racking, which of course adds to its overall ergonomics. And for the record, the ConvertKit TP9 Elite SC is open for red dots. It is an optics-ready pistol and provides a surface on the slide where you can mount your optics. Specifically, the gun is compatible with red dots with a similar footprint as the Shield SMS, RMS. Because you can directly mount the optics, this ConvertKit pistol offers a true co-witness, which is downright appealing. You can also equip the gun with lights and lasers, thanks to the Picatinny rail on the front of the slide. Aside from its good trigger, the ConvertKit TP9 Elite SC is also an exceptionally reliable and accurate pistol. My range test put this gun to 300 to 400 rounds of continuous firing. I had experienced zero malfunctions and was able to attain tight groups around 10 yards. With a price of less than $400, you can never get wrong with this concealed carry pistol. P10 Compact. The P10 Compact is a bona fide pick for a concealed carry weapon. It is slightly larger than the rest of the pistols I listed here, but it is still a concealable weapon. It is a little over an inch wide and spans a length of 7.3 inches. Meanwhile, its cold hammer-forged barrel length is about 4 inches, boasting better sight radius than most of its competitors. With its added size comes added weight. The gun is about 26.3 ounces with an empty mag, but in the grand scheme of things, the P10 Compact is still a lightweight weapon. One of the highlights of the P10 Compact is its 3-dot photoluminescent sights. They are definitely bright, and when paired with a U-notched rear sight, target acquisition becomes a breeze. It's also worth noting that its rear sight has a shoulder that enables one-handed slide operation. These sights work precisely. I managed to get a 3-inch group at 25 yards with their help. Furthermore, the P10 Compact has a flared mag well that speeds up magazine changes. It also has a perfectly sized, squared-off trigger guard that accommodates gloved hands. This trigger guard also has an undercut at the gun's grip that aids in attaining a high grip, and with a high grip, you can get better recoil management. The rest of the controls are functional, allowing for easy manipulation. For example, its mag release is reversible and big enough for quick access. On the range, the P10 Compact proved to be a reliable weapon. This one has a standard capacity of 15+1 rounds, reducing the need for frequent reloads. I used several 124-grain FMJ ammo on this pistol, and it didn't have any feeding problems. I was able to execute rapid follow-ups without having to deal with massive recoil. After 400 rounds of no cleaning or lubrication, the P10 Compact maintained zero malfunctions. Because the gun has a bit of size in it, you might need good holsters to keep it tucked and hidden. I primarily use a Kydex CompTac IWB holster for this pistol. But you might also try the Blackhawk Serpa holster, but the Kydex alone is already perfect for IWB carry. Meanwhile, several listings I found placed affordable price tags for the P10 Compact. The cheapest I found is in guns.com, where it is being sold at $379 per piece. Springfield Armory Hellcat. My top concealed carry pistol on budget is the Springfield Armory Hellcat. Since its release in 2019, gun buyers have been crazy about it. The gun is as good as it was advertised. In fact, even better. New versions of the Hellcat have been introduced in the market, such as the Hellcat RDP and Hellcat Pro. But this time, let's shift our focus to their granddaddy, the Hellcat. The Hellcat was launched to compete against the P365 of Sig Sauer and the Glock 43. It is a micro-compact gun, but it can still be utilized as a duty gun. This is a 9mm pistol, by the way, and offers a standard capacity of 11+1 rounds for its flush-fit mags. Meanwhile, you can also get a 13+1 magazine for this gun with an extended base plate. And if that's not enough, you can also get an optional 15-round magazine for the Hellcat. The gun is just about 6 inches long, while its barrel spans more or less 3 inches, which is a bit shorter than the barrel of ConvertKit TP9. Regardless, the gun is still accurate and provides a decent sight picture. It's also a lightweight pistol, as it only tips the scale at 18.6 ounces with an empty mag. Its streamlined profile is evident by its width. It is only an inch wide. The Hellcat also comes with a U-dot sight. It is bright enough to locate and track your target. If you are not a fan of U-dot sights, then you are also free to get its optics-ready package for this gun. Moreover, Springfield is generous enough to equip the gun with an accessory rail so that you can mount lights and lasers whenever you want to. Meanwhile, the slide has serrations on its front and back for easier racking and press checks. It is a simple pistol, but offers peerless reliability in self-defense situations. It is comfortable to hold, thanks to its adaptive grip texture. It doesn't print that much on clothes either, making it great for concealed carry purposes. While it is a bit snappy, given that it is a micro-compact pistol, the Hellcat stays accurate. Either way, its recoil is manageable with a little practice. The Hellcat has a price of $600 or less on some stores. That's a deal you wouldn't want to miss, given the superb capabilities of this pistol. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more gun videos like this, just click the subscribe button and notification bell. Take care and stay safe.